In the vast expanse of the cosmos, one mystery stands as the greatest enigma of them all: time travel. This concept has intrigued us for centuries, gracing the pages of countless science fiction novels and stealing the spotlight in numerous Hollywood blockbusters. Yet it's not just a product of imaginative minds and creative storytelling. Some of the brightest scientific minds have pondered its possibility, tinkering with theories and equations that hint at the potential for such mind-boggling journeys. Imagine, if you will, stepping into a machine, pressing a button, and emerging in a time not your own. Fascinating, isn't it? Now what if I told you that there might be proof of such extraordinary expeditions? Yes, you heard right. There are photos, seemingly ordinary at first glance, that might just hold the key to this cosmic Pandora's box. But could it really be possible? Could there be evidence hidden in plain sight? Our first piece of evidence takes us back to a 400-year-old tomb in China. Imagine, if you will, the surprise of archaeologists as they unearthed an enigma of time, a Swiss watch, no larger than a ring, nestled amidst the ancient relics. This wasn't just any timepiece, it was a miniature gold-plated Swiss watch, a design distinctly modern, and yet, here it was, in a sealed tomb that hadn't seen the light of day for 4 centuries. The watch, in its intricate detail and precision, screamed of an era far removed from the time of the tomb's inhabitant. It was a puzzle piece that didn't fit, a question mark in the narrative of history. How could a distinctly 20th century artifact reside in a Ming Dynasty tomb? No signs of tampering, no logical explanations, just the silent tick-tock of an anachronistic watch. A modern artifact in an ancient tomb, a mystery wrapped in time. Next we turn to a photo from the 1940s where a man seems to be out of place and out of time. Now imagine a snapshot of a sea of people all decked out in classic 1940s attire. The men donned in suits and fedoras, women in their elegant dresses and hats. But there, amidst the crowd, stands a figure that doesn't quite belong. Could this be a hipster time traveler? His clothing tells a different story than those around him. He sports a logo-emblazoned t-shirt, a fashion trend decades away from being popular. His sunglasses, too modern for the era, and his camera, far too advanced for the time, all point to an anachronism that's hard to ignore. Is it possible he's just a man ahead of his time, or could it be that he's a visitor from a time yet to come? The mystery remains unsolved. A glimpse into the future, or a man lost in time? Imagine seeing a device from the future in a film from the past. Picture this. A Charlie Chaplin film from the Roaring '20s, The Circus, includes an intriguing scene. In it, a woman appears to be using a device strikingly similar to a modern cell phone. This occurrence has sparked countless debates among film enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists alike. Was it a hearing aid, as some suggest, or a time traveler caught on celluloid? The peculiar object held up to the woman's ear as she talks animatedly into it bears a startling resemblance to today's mobile phones. This scene has led some to believe that perhaps, just perhaps, this woman had somehow traveled back in time, cell phone in hand. Others argue that it's simply a case of misinterpreted props and overactive imaginations. But the question remains, how could a device so distinctly from our time appear in a film made nearly 100 years ago? A communication device decades ahead of its time, or a simple misinterpretation? We may never know for sure. What if you found a modern-day astronaut in a medieval piece of art? This question brings us to Serbia, home to the Visoki Dekani Monastery. Here, you'll find the painting The Crucifixion, an intriguing piece that dates back to the Middle Ages. But there's something rather out of place within this relic. An object that bears an uncanny resemblance to a spaceship. No, your ears aren't deceiving you. A spaceship, in a medieval painting. How could this be? Some have suggested that this could be evidence of time travel, a modern astronaut somehow finding themselves in the distant past, captured forever in this ancient artwork. Others, however, are more skeptical. They propose that what we see as a spaceship might just be a product of our modern interpretations, our minds trying to make sense of abstract medieval symbology. The truth? Well, that's something we may never know. An astronaut in the past, or a figment of our imagination? That's for you to decide. Sometimes it's the smallest details that raise the biggest questions. Now let's delve into a fascinating photo from the Roaring '20s, where a woman appears to be sporting a pair of modern wraparound sunglasses. Quite an anomaly, wouldn't you say? In a time when eyewear was largely basic and functional, these sunglasses seem to defy the norms of the era. This peculiar accessory has sparked a whirlwind of theories. Some argue that it's a case of time travel, suggesting that our mystery lady might have taken a little jaunt back to the Jazz Age. Others propose a more mundane explanation, asserting that these glasses are nothing more than an early prototype or a rare fashion trend of the time. Of course, the mystery remains unsolved. The truth, as they say, is often stranger than fiction. So, could this be a fashion statement from the future or just a simple optical illusion? Our next photo brings us a piece of technology that shouldn't exist in its time. The image in question hails from the 1960s, depicting a man casually clutching what appears to be a compact disc case. Now, for those scratching their heads, the first commercially available CDs didn't hit the market until the early 1980s. So how do we explain this anachronism? One theory suggests that it's evidence of time travel, a tantalizing notion for sci-fi enthusiasts. The man in the photo, they argue, must have brought the CD case back from the future. But skeptics propose a more mundane explanation, suggesting that the object might be a similarly shaped item from the 60s, like a cigarette case or a wallet. Regardless of which side you lean on, one thing is certain. The photo stirs up a sense of wonder and fuels our fascination with the enigma of time travel. A CD case decades before its time, or just a case of mistaken identity? Sometimes the evidence of time travel is literally set in stone. Picture this. A shoe print, like any other, except this one is not from our time, not even from our era. Discovered in Nevada, this shoe print is embedded in stone that dates back over 200 million years, way before humans, let alone shoes, were even a blip on evolution's radar. The print is puzzlingly detailed, showing clear signs of a stitched sole, a feature that only came into existence in the last few centuries. It's as if someone from the future, wearing the most ordinary of shoes, stepped back into the Jurassic Age, leaving their mark for us to find. But how could this be? The answers are elusive, leaving us with more questions than conclusions. Is this a footprint from the future or simply an extraordinary geological anomaly? One thing's for sure, it's a mystery that keeps the enigma of time travel alive and kicking. A footprint from the future? Or a geological anomaly? What if a celebrity from our time appeared in the past? Let's embark on a journey to the 19th century. A photograph from this era has surfaced, portraying a man who bears an uncanny resemblance to a celebrity of our time. The similarities are striking, from their facial features to their posture. It's almost as if they were doppelgangers separated by centuries. Now, the theories around this fascinating photo are as numerous as they are intriguing. Some argue it's a case of genetic coincidence, a relative perhaps. Others lean towards the extraordinary notion of time travel. They suggest our celebrity found a way to journey back in time, leaving behind a snapshot of their adventure in the past. Is it possible? Could this be a sign of time travel we've been searching for, or is it merely a twist of fate, a genetic repeat playing tricks on our minds? A celebrity lost in time or a mere coincidence? The mystery continues. As we journey through these photos, we are left with more questions than answers. From the enigmatic watch found in a sealed tomb to the hipster who seemed misplaced in time, these images have stirred our curiosity and sparked our imaginations. We've pondered over the inexplicable cell phone in a Chaplin film and the astronaut who seemed to have traveled through time. Not to forget, the extraordinary sunglasses, the unexplained CD case, the mysterious shoe print, and the time-traveling celebrity. Yet, with every photo, skepticism and controversies arise. Some argue that these photos are mere coincidences, or the result of photographic anomalies. Others suggest they might be clever hoaxes, designed to fool the unwary. The Anachronistic Watch, for instance, could have been a modern intrusion into the ancient tomb. The hipster might just have been a man ahead of his fashion time, and the cell phone in the Chaplin film could have been a hearing aid device of that era. The extraordinary sunglasses might be of a design not uncommon in the past, while the CD case could simply be a thin box or a book. The mysterious shoe print might be an artifact of natural geological processes, and the time-traveling celebrity could be a case of uncanny resemblance. Yet despite the skepticism and the plausible explanations, these photos continue to intrigue us. They bring to light the tantalizing possibility of time travel and its implications. They fuel our fascination with the unknown and the unexplored realms of science and reality. While the existence of time travel remains a mystery, these photos serve as a reminder of our insatiable curiosity and our relentless pursuit of understanding the universe and our place in it. Whether these photos are proof of time travel or not, one thing remains certain. The fascination with the possibility of time travel continues to captivate us all.